All right, thank you very much. Good morning. My name is Alberto. Just for me to have an idea to who I'm talking to, how many of you actually have horse experience or anything related with horses? Yes, good. And how many don't? All right, half and half. Super. All right, very good. So, can you just stop it for a quick second? Can we dim the lights a little bit, or you can see well? You don't have to dim. Okay, great. So basically, go ahead. So I'm going to talk while the video goes. Basically, what we are is an equine rehab center. We have the state-of-the-art machinery, state-of-the-art preparation to provide everything that a horse owner or a horse trainer will need. Like for example, on this video, that's a cold salt water spa, 34 degrees Fahrenheit with high minerals and salt to decrease inflammation. We have a state-of-the-art hyperbaric oxygen chamber therapy. What that does is increases oxygen. You probably are familiar with hyperbaric oxygen, or you've heard of it. High concentrations of oxygen go through all the body of the horse, makes them heal a lot faster for any wounds. We also have something super cool that's called a equine water treadmill, which is also can be used for dogs. What this does is develop core. It basically makes the horse's core stronger. It also helps lift the horses a little bit in case they cannot walk well. They walk in water. Very, very easy. We have other things like vibration plate and solarium. Vibration plates, stay aware because sometimes you're going to start listening about vibration plates for autism in kids. In horses, it increases circulation and it prevents bone loss. Like, you know, when you're in bed for a long period of time, you start losing muscle and bone loss. Well, vibration plate helps with that. Then, of course, we have a state-of-the-art swimming pool, which, just like for people, is a fantastic exercise, great aerobic exercise. And the coolest thing about it, it looks really cool. So when people go through it, they're like, wow. It's about 115 to 140,000 gallons of water. With the hurricane, it took me about 3 days to empty it. So that's our facilities. What do we do? All right, so what we do is, our goal is to do what others thought impossible. Simple. There are some cases, like this case, for example, that back in the days would have never made it. You would think that back in the day you hear about it, oh, the horse is sick, he broke a leg. What do they say? Right? So we don't do that anymore. Our goal is to provide the impossible. This is kind of a quote-unquote miracle case where we use all the therapies that you saw. A horse that had a bone infection that was not supposed to recover. A horse that had complications like you see in the back end, loss of muscle, lot of weakness, and it was just not supposed to recover, period. The owner gave us 3 months. Back in the days, they would say a year. She gave us 3 months. She said, okay, I can only afford 3 months of it. I said, you know what? No problem. We go half and half. So I helped her out. She helped us out. And this is the horse starting to walk. And then as we keep going with all the therapies, just again, proving that the impossible is possible, this is the horse starting to run. So these kind of cases is what makes us what we are. This horse not too long ago went home. The coolest thing about this horse is that it's owned by an 82-year-old lady. This lady was taking care about this horse by herself every day. Think about 82-year-old bending over all the time, picking her legs, trying to fix the horse. We obviously feel like we make a big impact on the owners as well. Of course, she is extremely happy. Right now, the horse is with her in Vero Beach, and they're having a great time. Now, the next case I'm going to present is a case that probably it has not been reported to being successful yet. Like no one have heard of it. This horse had basically a bad infection in a bone that couldn't make it walk. What happened with horses when they cannot walk again and have bad infection in the bones, back in days, they unfortunately do not make it. So this horse had a very persistent owner. She believed in the hyperbaric oxygen chamber and the therapies that we did. And you can see that 2 weeks after admission, this horse started walking again. Now, the coolest thing about this case is that this horse have gone to multiple different clinics and have had multiple surgeries before it came to us. And this is the horse, these are the treatments that we did on the horse, a lot of antibiotics, a lot of therapies. And the horse, 26 days later, started walking. Again, back in the days, this horse could have been a year before he started walking. Now, this particular horse had an infection that was resistant to every single antibiotic on the face of the earth. We couldn't find an antibiotic. It just was not resistant to oxygen, some simple drug that we have. And this is the horse nowadays. So this is what we do. Basically, we try to make the impossible, or the thought impossible, possible with horses. We also like to train athletes, and we rehab athletes that kind of lost their purpose, are injured, and we want to bring them back into their purpose. And I think that was about 5 minutes with 40 seconds, so I can take any questions from you guys.